Hey everyone, it's me, Midnight Neon. I'm back yet again with another Starfield. It's been an interesting day for me. I've managed to do a lot of updates and stuff on the Xbox. I managed to get it into the library along with my PC and my phone. Uh, I spent about 4 hours updating everything. Yeah, it's been fun, to say the least. Let me check on CPU usage is kind of high right now, but that's entirely my fault. So yeah, it always takes longer to load when you use creation mods and stuff like that. But hopefully we'll be picking up where we left off at. Apparently, we left off in the lodge on Jemison. Uh, so, come on now.
I'm told that when I'm not here, I'm distracted by what I might be missing and
Uh,
wind up crabbing. Or
I wish I could have the volume up a little higher, but with the
possibly.
TV and the
It
mic
has
being
been
so close to one
determined that
another,
for
I
the
don't
long-term
dare.
health of our relationship, I better
Okay,
not
so Vasco should be off
that
to do that. What were we
consequence.
doing? Oh, I forgot. It's been a little bit. The old neighborhood. Talk to Sarah's contact. Oh, yes, and that's the guy we're going to use
Wow.
to join
All right.
the Vanguard, the Space Navy. Now, the reason I'm doing that, this is going to be a boring part of the game, but once it's over with, we'll be able to fly just about any ship, anywhere.
Hi.
Yes,
Please
hi, Vasco.
disregard.
Goodbye, Vasco. Go wait on board the ship. I love the fact I can run across the treetops. But yes, I updated this game, No Man's Sky,
Best
Cyberpunk,
of
which
your abilities
I plan on doing, but
and
I'm
your
probably end up going to
valuable
taking a hit or two on Cyberpunk given its nature. But I want to first learn how to do
Sarah,
better
good to see
editing
you.
before I
Who's
play
your
that
friend?
one.
Hopefully
Uh,
Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork
oh
together.
wow, skipped up this time.
Another space explorer.
Usually on my
Hey, you ever think
playthroughs,
of joining up
she's
with the
so far
Vanguard?
behind. I've already
Help the United
talked to this guy
Colonies, earn
and
some
got everything
credits,
done already.
even get your UC citizenship?
Oh, I would love to join the Vanguard. Sign me up.
Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need her back after you wrap her in that fancy get-up of yours.
No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first. Head down to the orientation hall. Get signed up at the registration
No,
terminal.
sir. First things first is
System
we're
will walk
going
you through the
to
rest.
talk about Sarah's little
Oh,
issue.
and if you got a bounty,
Since
well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join.
But if you got
Something wrong with the
we're
exam?
already in this process. Uh, we had Constellation business. to
right,
discuss.
got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
Oh, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it before you try to convince her to join the Marines.
All right, here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars,
And
Neptune,
CPU
you know.
usage is dropped back
The
down.
Sol system.
Excellent.
Which admiral
Yeah,
did
I
he
gotta keep
upset
an
to
eye
get
on the
that
OBS
posting?
every so often, so you'll see
He's
me
Martian,
it'll
born
look
and
like I'm
raised.
looking at the game,
Not like I can get anyone else to care.
but I'm actually checking the
Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's
PC
been
and the
showing off to the old
OBS.
grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
a scientific discovery being used as an ornament. The indignity!
Hey, Vanguards risk their lives every day to keep people safe. So what if he doesn't understand whatever this fancy thing of yours is?
Easy there, John. We all have our sore points. Everyone agrees we need to talk to your Vanguard about what he found. Let's leave it at that.
All right, I'll let it slide. No good for the recruiting office to be seen arguing with the civs anyway.
Civs.
Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Could be if you're so pickled that you can't fly your ship straight and crash into a moon. Yeah, okay, I'll be nice. Thank you for all your help, John.
Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
I'm about to put that legacy to shame. If I have anything to say about it. Da-da-da-da. Beep. Vanguard Orientation Hall. Now, normally I rush through this, but since you guys are my guests, my little neon lights, that's what I've decided to call you. I was going to post up a thing, but I just decided to go with the name. I'm calling everyone Little Neon Lights. My little stars in the darkness.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century.
Don't mind if I chew on something. I've had a light lunch today, so...
Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
Looks like a globe of the Earth. That looks like Africa there. That looks like Eastern Europe, Russia. Yeah, the UK islands. I guess we've been so bad here in America, they forced us to stare at the wall because we've been that bad. We're the bad children. We're being punished. We have to stare at the wall.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers.
No.
It wasn't long before the first new
Yes,
faction,
I'm recording
the
now.
Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Sophie, you are being a little pest. I have to mute the mic, so...
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy
Hey!
dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its
You're not getting my crackers
isolationist
with cheese.
founder,
Quit barking.
Janat Varun,
No.
House Varun initially made overtures of peace
Could you stop?
towards the rest of the settled systems.
Oh, don't look at me like that.
They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Boy, that sounds familiar. A religious group crusading across the world. Just saying.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
You know, it's funny they say they allowed that, but I have a feeling the Freestar Collective saw it the other way around.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Fascinating.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty,
Really, Sarah?
the colony war spread quickly across the
I can
galaxy.
see you're still doing the NPCs thing of
Both
walking in front of me, which means I'm
sides
liable to
deployed
end up
every
shooting
tool
you
at
at
their
some
disposal.
point because you're going to walk out in the middle of a gunfight.
Mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy.
Oh, were you so superior
After their
after all?
shocking
If
victory
they
against the
managed to
galaxy's
cripple your
greatest
fleet?
navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere
get the
could the
sneezies over
viciousness
there?
of modern warfare
I don't
be
know if
seen
y'all can
more
hear that,
clearly
but she's over there
than on the
sneezing.
Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, Repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed
Oh
into
god, she walked
scorched
behind
husks.
it.
A
No,
nightmarish
stay back
testament
there,
to the
Stairs.
depths
Stay
of
back there.
human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
It would be cool if I could jump inside one of those things, walk around, and smash stuff. But this game barely lets you drive a car. Oh yes, the Terramorph. Claws and teeth.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies'
For the
war
love of
effort,
God, quit walking in
Londinian
front of
found
me.
itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
By the way, we're going to be part of that history before long. Just a little hint as to what's going to happen.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestock Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus.
Yep.
All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terror that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Yeah, I'm just going to ignore you now, Sarah. But yeah, this is going to get to be a bit of a hotbed issue. But as for those who've seen this game, don't spoil it for those who haven't.
UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
I hate that thing. That was one of the worst designed ships ever.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. and only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems.
Yeah,
By
sure.
joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Yeah, this is a scam. They want free labor without having to pay for it. So they figure if they give you a floor restricted. What? Oh, wait. I know what I did. I forgot to register.
I can't stop staring at it. For real?
That's okay. Luckily, I have a little device which allows me to go beyond the limitations of my lungs. Hold on. Okay. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform necessary services for the United Colonies that could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft, yourself, and up to including death. Boy, that is already immediately. I do not agree, but unfortunately. In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task requested. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight. Successfully complete the probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantees the granting of United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have been warranted. Do you agree to the above comment and wish to initiate your journey with the United Colonies Vanguard? I have to make a decision, folks. Do I? Yeah, guess I'm going to. Consent documented. You may proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall. Boy, that was a long-winded, nonsensical.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall.
Yeah, we already did that part, so we're gonna skip it again. Whee! And no, I don't care whether it counts or not if I don't do it, because my piloting skills alone, if I do it right, will get me in pretty quickly. Now we have access. Okay. I hate that thing. See, I like that one, and that one's okay, and that one's also okay. But that thing's just overweight, looking to get blown out of the water, and that's the one they give you to test with, by the way.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these.
Really?
They're startlingly
Oh,
realistic.
so sad for
Have
you.
fun.
I mean, so nice for you.
You must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
Hello, Proctor. Nice to meet you. Okay, can you tell me about this
Of course.
exam?
You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3
Okay,
tiers
science
of simulated
staff. So in other words,
opponents.
these people have never
Accomplish
actually
that, and you
flown
pass the
this
exam,
machine.
and can then
They've
proceed
just
on to your probationary mission.
taken data
However,
from other
if you
ships.
defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies,
probably
your
statements
required
from
enlistment time for
captains and
citizenship will
whatnot,
be reduced,
and
your
most
enlistment bonus
captains,
increased.
from my
But
experience,
you're welcome to
most,
try as
not
many times
all,
as you like before returning to Commander
like
Tuala.
to brag
Proceed on
quite
to
a
the next
bit
step in your
about
application
things
process.
they do.
We'll only keep the highest score you manage
Which
to
means
achieve.
they'll exaggerate the story if they think it gets you excited. kind of ship am I going to be flying in this simulator?
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside.
In the future you are, I doubt you even know what a hoplite is.
Just head in whenever you're ready.
You guys just heard the name, thought it was cool, and put it on a ship.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
Boy, you're in
Your
for a
exam is simple.
surprise.
Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Max out our weapons. And yes, I realize that leaves us maneuverably weak.
New targets active.
But it leaves him in broken pieces.
Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Alrighty. Little Missy. Shh.
New targets active.
Yeah, I know. I have not given you much today because I've been busy. Trying to make sure. Oh, you think you can outrun, huh?
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Boy. Design.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
I think I'm gonna stay and try my hand at the remaining tiers.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active. All targets
make it to the end. Seems they have adapted themselves to me.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 5
offline,
reached.
grab drives
Initiating final
offline.
tier. Prepare yourself.
Used up probably all of my wonderful repair parts. Which they do not restock in these things.
New targets active.
That one's gone. Doing better in this last fight than I did the first one. The one before it, I should say.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. All opponents defeated. Congratulations, pilot. Please exit the simulation.
With pleasure. Yeah, I did pretty good in that last one, but man, I thought that one before it was going to be the end of me. Luckily, it's only simulated.
Shut it down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final scores and your probationary assignment.
Yes, I will do that, but I will come back because I am going to do everything I can to burn up my piloting skills. So I'm gonna have to pause for a moment. Stop recording, or is it still recording? I thought it paused. Sorry about that. I had to pause the game and the recording. Somebody is giving me nothing but fits and troubles, and it's just driving me nuts. It's almost impossible to get an hour's worth of recording in because somebody has just decided she wants to be demanding and won't let me have a moment's rest or time to do what I do. Alright, now I leveled up a lot of stuff back there and all that. So now we have better parts, but not class of ship yet. We don't get to the best classes until later on. But let's talk to Tuala first, and...
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
Nope, I'm ready to get this part over with.
So these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Yes, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Let's get to it then. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation, and thoroughness. To trace the Vanguard values highly.
Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 6. You cleared Tier 6. No one clears Tier 6. I should be damn proud of yourself.
I've never seen someone reach that tier. Huh. That's incredibly impressive.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only just 3 years. Guess a top 99th percentile piloting score will do that. Plus a hefty signing bonus to boot. Not gonna get a better offer than that.
3 years? Oh, that's incredible. For some, it can take as long as a decade. You should be incredibly proud.
Oh,
Sounds like you're just the type of pilot the Vanguard's looking for.
But I feel like it would have been a better test if
you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission.
Kobayashi Maru, by the way,
First,
I believe it was a Japanese vessel, but
provisional or otherwise,
it became famous thanks to Star Trek here in the U.S.
You want to make this official? Commit yourself
it
to
was
the cause
the name
of
the final examination
it's a
in
big
which
decision. John,
potential starship captains would be put to the test to see if they could survive
you their
the no-win
grandmother
scenario.
5 years down the line, are you?
That was the whole point for
Officer's
them not to
honor,
survive.
Sarah. This is
And realize that no matter how hard you try,
So,
there
you ready to
is
do the
a
deed?
point where you're at a no-win scenario.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
And in the Star Trek mythos, one Captain James T. Kirk actually cheated in order to win. He was the only one to beat the Kobayashi Maru. After that, they managed to make sure no one else ever did, but hey, this isn't Star Trek, this is Starfield, so alright.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand.
What stars?
The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach.
Hey
Do
man,
you swear
alright.
to
High
protect
five.
and defend
I
the
mean,
citizens
sorry.
of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
I'm normally not big into commitment, but you know, alright, fine, we'll do it. I do.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
No, absolutely not. Okay, yeah, sure, let's do this.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go back to the training simulator now. Thanks for the cash, though.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
I will keep that in mind. Waiting for it to finish updating though. There we are, that's what I wanted to see. We'll go visit Sergeant Yumi. After we do some more piloting. And even if you don't do like the things I do, oh, whoa, I was at the, okay, I forgot. It takes you straight to it these days. Get out of the way. Proctor! But anyway, even if you don't do well, basically, if you don't cheat like I do in this game, you can still do this part, and it'll still at least boost up your piloting skills.
The goal remains the same. Defeat as many opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. Defeat 3 tiers of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting.
Oh, that's what I forgot to boost. Engine power. That, well, not engine, but the reactor power. That's actually a different part of the skills tree. Oh, well.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
I should have. Well, no, I couldn't because I didn't really locked onto it.
New targets active.
He's gone. Believe him up without being on target.
Targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached.
I think like missiles
Initiating Tier
and
3.
power boosts are about the only things that will break a target lock.
New targets active.
Actually, that's a pretty good tactic coming at your enemy with the sun facing them. It blinds them, makes it hard for them to see. But fortunately for me,
Targets eliminated. Progress
sensors
recorded.
don't
Tier 3
acknowledge
reached.
the
Well
sunlight.
done. You've cleared a sufficient number of tiers to complete the exam. You may now
Yes, but
exit
not
the
a
simulator
significant number
or
of
stay
target
and try
lock
your hand at
units.
the remaining enemy groups.
New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. New
Oh,
targets
right on
active.
top of me. They're tearing me apart. first. Okay, that's fine. Oh, heck no. No. Now I'm mad.
System terminal.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to reset the terminal, alright. I'm going to hack that sucker. Nah, I don't play that game. We're going to finish this fight. Yeah. Watch this. We're going to figure out which ones we need.
Shield upgrade active.
This time they're not going to just walk all over me.
New ally active.
I'm just not going to play fair, period.
Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
Let's keep grab drive on. It should be on at all, because you're not going to be able to use it here.
New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. All opponents defeated. Congratulations, pilot. Please exit the simulation.
And now my record is protected. Wait, does that helmet have a... Yeah, it's got a crack in it.
Shutting down.
You're still standing there? Move a little away, Dorcas. Hey! Shh. Sophia. I know you're not happy. Okay, yeah, that I won't be able to work until I'm I'm back in my own ship. Okay. I don't want to talk to him. I want to enter the simulator. That's why I really dislike NPCs in this game. They just stand on top of everything when you need it, or they get in the way and then they complain when you shoot them.
Looking to polish those flying skills? Well, the goal remains the same. Defeat as many opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. Defeat 3 tiers of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting.
New targets active.
Sorry. Somebody is just being an absolute obnoxious little furball. I love that little with no end.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
You know what is awful is she chooses every time I start to try and do this. This is the moments when she chooses to act out. But I'm just sitting there watching TV, doing nothing. She completely ignored the situation. Well, I don't like that. Kicked me out of the target lock.
Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating
Did
Tier
not
3.
count towards my goal.
New targets active.
Alright. You look better, Snipe. Let's deal with you.
All targets eliminated.
Precisely where you
Progress
going,
recorded.
Mr. Starship?
Tier 3 reached.
Well done. You've cleared a sufficient number of tiers to complete the exam. You may now exit the simulator, or stay and try your hand at the remaining enemy groups.
Oh, I think I'll stay.
New targets active.
pleasure.
Shutting down.
Sweet, I can now fly C-class starships. Oh. Alright. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. To the starport, where we can go and talk to that guy, get the stuff we need for our mission, and go and totally wreck our ship and buy all new parts and completely rebuild it. And then just keep repeating that when we get to new shipyards with new parts until we max out our starship engineering design. Ooh, yeah. We can get some really good stuff.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
Welcome to the tram. Welcome to Trambians of a top speed of 1.5 miles an hour.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the
Oh man, I just love doing silly things like that.
Can I help you with something, my friend?
Hi there. Thanks for stopping in.
Yes, hello.
Feel free to look around. I can take
I don't
care
really
of
know why I stopped to talk to you, but
Oh, please, take a look.
let's see what you have. Spacesuits. You have nothing I really want. Well, of course, it's not giving me a readout on this because I don't have a helmet technically equipped.
Thanks for shopping at Jefferson Mercantile.
You're welcome, even though I didn't buy anything. Alright, let's go see what our buddy Sergeant Yumi wants before we jump on space flight. Better yet, don't. Just go ahead and talk to these guys first, and then we'll talk to good old Sergeant Yumi.
Shocked she managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat. Pleasure to be working with you.
It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite.
Rocket
In
jockey?
addition to the standard issue welcome
Excuse
kit
me,
all
sir.
probationary pilots
I
get for
happen
their
to be
first
a
mission.
space pilot.
Med packs, some
I
small
am not
arms,
some
couple spare ship parts, all the
rocket
essentials in case of
jockey.
any surprises up there.
I don't ride a
My
horse.
people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out?
Yeah, sure. Anything you tell me about
I
Tunnel
honestly
32?
didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your record. Report they gave us seemed clean. No known hostile outposts. But I wouldn't say that's permission to let your guard down. Just watch out for wildlife and pirates. Keep those med packs handy and you'll be fine.
What exactly are you putting on my
Nothing too
ship?
dangerous, if that's your concern. The repair suite's mostly just wiring and circuit boards. The welcome kit has some goodies in there I wouldn't leave sitting around when company comes to visit. But it's nothing some proper storage can't make safe.
Alright, I'm all set.
Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
What, little miss? That's so. Yeah, I've in a previous playthrough have actually walked around that big ring there. That's where the tram comes and goes. There's nothing out there, but it's still neat to walk it.
I'm so behind on my work.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
Alrighty, sure. Why did he leave without identifying the assailant?
Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated. Which is another way of saying highly unreliable. Good.
Yeah, I can do that.
Report back here when the matter's resolved. According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds.
Okay, yes.
See you later.
Sarah, you're not supposed to be back there. You're not a police officer. What do I care? At least you're out of my way for a few seconds.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
And I'm just going to use a slight advantage that they apparently did not work out of the bugs. I'm able to fast travel without without having to use the tram to get around. That was something I figured out on my own a while back. If you want to fast travel to a specific place without having to stop for all the nonsense, you can do that.
No, I'm not feeling that bad.
Which will be useful to know later on.
Maybe some other time. I have that report that's due.
Sophie. Why are we throwing such little busy fits today?
Please let me know if I'm... You won't find a larger array of options in all the settled systems, I guarantee you. I will tell you a secret. I'm not sure anyone really does. Some act like they have it all figured out. And I admit I am guilty of that myself from time to time. There are, I suppose, a few actively trying to steer the herd, but most are just content to run at the front of the pack and act like they know where it's going. At the end of the day, you must feel comfortable in what you wear. If it speaks to you, what anyone else thinks doesn't matter.
Good advice.
Be my guest.
Don't know why. I was kind of hoping there'd be new clothes.
I'm glad you came in.
Not sure what CJ's is, but I think it's a restaurant, I think.
Do you see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees? Sounds upset? Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Oh, my friend, you haven't an idea.
Definitely better.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite restaurant in the entire galaxy, Chunks. Where they have cosmic red apple, baked potato, Mongolian beef, pumpkin pie, red cheesecake, poached egg, chocolate,
welcome to Chunks.
grilled
Please
chicken,
choose your chunks.
and cheese steak. And that doesn't even list all their stuff. They even have, apparently, some form of alcohol and a cola.
Thanks for choosing Chunks. Which chunks would you like today?
My only thought is, this place must be like the McDonald's of the future.
Oh man, I'm running late for the meeting. What time is it?
Dawn's Roost.
There is simply no parallel to the food room. I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
I'm actually here about the fight that happened in your restaurant. Apparently, two guys
Most
got the...
unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
Oh, these two men dine together?
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
Do you know anything about a stolen wedding ring?
I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
Can you describe the patrons?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy
Most
the
helpful.
rest of your day.
See, I should be wearing like a police officer's uniform since I am doing the police's job.
Just one quiet day. Not too much now.
Yeah. I'm gonna save here real quick. We've come a long way together so far. Let's not go back. Yummy, yummy. Cherry limeade. All right.
Yes, what? Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Dirty, rotten scoundrel?
Thank you. He's a scoundrel and a fiend, and I was wrong to ever think otherwise. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that
I see.
waiter.
They were they were dating. Okay. Oh, okay. So what happened at the Dawn's
It was
Roost?
supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
Oh, goody. So you two were dating. Oh, okay.
Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it.
Is there anything
No. There are some things in life that cannot be
patch
repaired.
things up. All right.
Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the
No,
point?
you're not getting crackers. Your ex claims you stole that ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, once you give somebody that ring, it technically is theirs at this point. If they decide to return it to you after you guys break it off, then that's one thing. But he didn't do that. He kept the ring after it was given to him. And that's why I have a hard time with the whole it's still his property line. But I do need persuasion attempts.
Please, I don't have time for this.
I'll figure it out another way. I'm sorry. If you give somebody something as a gift, an engagement ring, and you call it off, engagement ring or wedding ring, it is technically the other person's property because you gave it to them. It is not yours to play with as you see fit. That's just kind of how I view it.
I'm glad you could see reason. This ring is going to fund a very long vacation across the settled systems. Maybe I'll even take...
Maybe I should have retrieved it, but it's his to do with as he pleases. Sarah. Right. Well, if I end up regretting this, at least I saved before I went through with this.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
What? That? I don't think he was trying to represent anything. I think he was just making a pretty sculpture so people would pay him money. Or her, to be honest.
Crime
I
has
don't
slowed
know
down
who made it.
since you started help. How can I help you, Captain?
Yeah.
Ah, perfect.
It was gifted.
Ugh. Really? I should have known this was a waste of time the moment I laid eyes on that drunk. That's on me. Without saying names, there are some people in this city who treat us like their personal security service. But you know how it goes. Sometimes we protect, other times we serve. Either way, I'm still going to pay you for your... Here, take this. It's well deserved.
I pushed the button a little quick, but... You know what? I don't regret it after doing that. I don't. And you know, if he didn't mean to be in a relationship, he shouldn't have bought the ring for the other person.
We should meet up at Chunks later and grab something to eat.
He really shouldn't have. Well, I don't know. Do I want to go through with the tree thing? Yeah, we're going to do the tree thing. Okay. Because there was a mention about a scientist, you know, raving at the tree there. So we're going to go talk to him. And we're going to do his thing. Which I think is a fetch quest, the first part. Because there's multiple parts to this.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted.
All the changes
I need to get to the bottom of this.
Yes, me too. Is something wrong? You sound concerned,
Yes.
sir.
Concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs.
Hold that thought there, Mr. Frush. I need to go take care of something. Well, sorry about that. Pausing and taking off yet again.
Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
Finish our conversation with Mr. Frush here, and I'm probably going to have to go take care of some things.
I never gave it a second thought. Does
Little
it hold
Miss
some
is
sort of
just being an
special
absolute
significance?
monster right now,
understands.
so it'll be easier
wait,
to, in the long
you're not
run,
mocking me, right?
deal with her now and hopefully
Look,
find some
I
free
have a lot of
time
work to do
later
here.
to
If you're just going
do
to
more
gawk,
recording.
I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
I'd love to help.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected.
There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Right. Okay. Well, for right now, I'm afraid we're just gonna save. Sorry, Mr. Frush, but we're not going back. So I apologize for quitting early. There will probably be even less once I do editing and all of that. So I bid you adieu, my neon lights, and remember, never give up shining even in the dark.